my coffee, as I often do pre-workout, and wanted to discuss a little bit of today's workout. Today we're doing legs. I talked to some people and they wanted to maybe see how I program certain workouts. So for me, for legs, it may look different than a lot of people do it. Kind of the basics of what I do. First of all, I'm only doing 3 exercises: deadlift, front squat, leg press. And I'm doing high reps on the leg press, and I'm doing high amounts of sets on the deadlift and the front squat. Now this is for a couple reasons. A lot of research will show that high reps is what the legs respond the best to in terms of putting on size. So making sure your program has a lot of reps may be more important than the weight you're actually doing and going up in weight a lot. For me, that is extra beneficial because, as I've mentioned in other videos, I'm recovering from some back injuries. I have a spondylolisthesis and I recently had a flare up in my back, so I'm kind of going back to the basics, especially with legs, because that has probably the most impact on my lower back. So what I'm doing is I started from the ground up. I'm doing super low weights. You'll see my sets of front squats and of deadlifts are starting well under 100 pounds even. To rewind a little bit, that's because the reason I injured myself and the reason I have my back issues now is because when I was younger, I was trying too hard to be strong and show strength and go up and up and up in weight. So I was loading up to 315 pounds on my back squats, but only doing quarter reps, but just making the ego of having a heavy back squat, even though it was in proper form and very shallow depth, was more important to me. And that kind of led to all my issues. My back just started kind of crunching, I think, because I didn't have the spinal erectors around it that were strong. I just kind of was putting all the weight on my spine itself, and that led to the issues I have. Same with deadlifts. I was doing far too much weight too soon when I hadn't established a good base. So now I'm kind of redoing all of that, getting back to a base and doing low weights. So if you hop into this video and you see that I'm doing embarrassingly low weight, that's just because I'm really trying to do things right and establish great form and deep depth on the front squats and proper form on the deadlift. So that's kind of why I've programmed this leg day. I'm doing the same leg day for the next 8 weeks. It'll be 5 or 6 sets of deadlifts and front squats, and then 3 extremely high rep sets of leg press with some calf press in between that. So that's what we're doing today. Gonna caffeine up and then head over to the gym and crush a leg day. All right, warm up is always the same. These little push presses kind of with the band to engage the core. We'll do these 10 reps both sides for 3 or 4 sets, and usually we superset these with the back extension. So 10 to 20 reps of these. Again, we're just trying to make our back feel nice and supported going into the main exercises. Since we're doing leg day, do a little body squats, and then we'll follow that up with some suitcase deadlifts, just with a 25 pounder, just to kind of get used to the motion for deadlifts. Want to make sure that no surprises when we start actually deadlifting. And finally, just a little leg swing. Crouch down, make sure I don't cut my head off. All right, so now we're getting into the deadlifts. We're gonna start off pretty low, I think like 75 or 85 pounds. Like we said, nice and light, and then just go from there. So that's it. Warm-up's over. Time to roll. All right, we're 3 sets in. We did 95 for 15, 105 for 15, 115 for 13. And we'll continue that pattern. We'll go 115, 125 for 11, 135 for 9, and then depending on how we feel at 135, we'll bring out 145. But again, it's about being smart, about feeling the back, seeing how we're doing, because I still have front squats after this. So just not pushing myself too hard, but making sure I get some good quality reps in with good form. That's really it. So let's keep going. $135 went well for a set of 9 like we talked about. I really want to do 145, but looking at the time, I'm a bit behind schedule, so I'm gonna have to do 5 sets and 5 sets today, not 6 and 6, so that I can get some leg press in before I gotta get to work. But can't sleep through the alarm, so this stuff happens, but feeling really good going into front squats. Front squats were good. Did 12, 10, 8, 6, 4 reps from 85 to 125. I'm a little lighter on these than deadlifts, which I think is natural for anyone, but back feels good still. Let's jump into some leg press. All right, I'm not gonna make you watch me do 3 high rep sets of leg press. So we'll just get the first leg press, you get the gist. It'll be about 30 reps for 3 sets. I'll probably do a bonus 10 reps on the last one so I can hit 100, but it'll be like short quarter reps just to hit that number. Kind of a mental little push. Quarter reps are useful in the right way, so I'll just throw a couple on at the end of the last set. Done with that workout, feeling pretty good, just kind of loosen up the legs, got a good stretch in, hitting the exercise ball for no reason whatsoever, just because I didn't feel like sitting in the chair while I film this. But overall, solid workout, got some good reps in. Again, if you're kind of tuning in without the explanation and you just watch me do 135 and below for poundage, you're probably like, what the heck am I watching? But again, we're rehabbing the back, so we're getting the form perfect, kind of starting from ground zero and working our way up. So it's going to take a bit to get to where we want to be. I'm hoping by maybe February, that's kind of when the CrossFit Open happens, that I'll be able to hit normal 185 reps probably for both front squats and deadlifts, because I think that's usually a standard that you hit in those opens. But hopefully the beginning explanation kind of talks a lot about why I do what I do and why I program my leg day the way I do. So I'll keep doing that for some of these subsequent workouts, maybe for a chest day and a back day, just to, or a push and a pull day, just to kind of explain why we're programming the way we are. And as we move into this next kind of phase of hybrid exercising and hybrid athlete workouts with a lot of running with the lifting, we'll talk about it. We'll kind of make some videos that we're sitting down and discussing how we're programming, why we do what we do, and the results that we get because of it. So appreciate everyone who tuned in, especially if you sat through all of my explanations, but hopefully it was helpful. Comment below anything you want to see, anything about programming, about hybrid fitness, about balancing fitness and family and being a new dad like I am now. So anything you want to see, shoot a comment below and I'll see if I can make a video about it. So that's it. Hope you guys have a great week and I'll catch you on the next one.